Hello, hello. Hello, guys. Time to get a bit of more magic on. Sorry for being a little bit later on it today. I had stuff to take care of, as people also do. It's also going to be a little bit of a shorter stream today. But we'll get through some good drafts, I'm sure of it. Once again, just gonna make sure that people know that we are live. Wow, thank you. I stalk Angelina Jolie. It's very kind. Very kind indeed. Mm-hmm. Right. Well, everything seems to be running smoothly. Cool. Well, without further ado, I think we're just gonna go to it. Alright, let's do some Core Set 2021 drafts. Let's do some premier drafts tonight. Some best of ones. Pick up the pace, maybe get a few more drafts in. We're doing pretty well on the traditional ones. But I'm sort of feeling this one today. This is gonna be a little bit of a shorter stream. Gonna get some more action. Gonna get to see some more cards. All right. What do we got? What do we got? Hooded Blightfang. I haven't seen this one yet. It's a 1/4 with Death Touch. Whenever a creature I control with Death Touch attack, each opponent is drained for 1. Wow. Whenever a creature you control with Death Touch deals damage to a Planeswalker, destroy the Planeswalker. This just turns Death Touch stuff into even better Death Touch stuff. Archfiend's Vessel, potentially a nice thing. Tavern Swindler. This is just straight up a good card. Tavern Swindler, a fine card. Potential upside, potential just straight up lose the game yourself. Paladin Mirror, I think, is really good. Is first pickable good though? Would I pick Paladin Mirror over Hooded Blightfang? Probably not. I feel like Hooded Blightfang stops a lot of things in this format. Also, it has 4 toughness, which is quite a bit better than most of the things out there. I think we're gonna go with this. The unfortunate thing is that we're sending a lot of black cards to our left. Sending some unfortunate signals, but we'll live with it. What do we have here? I think if we're on the Death Touch path, I mean, not that we're gonna build anything around this. How does the black cards look in here? Deathbloom Thallid is a solid card. I think with black, I feel like green pairs very nicely. And Visionary is like, I feel like it's a really good card. Ramps, does all the things you want to do in Bulgaria. Don't know if it's straight up better than Deathbloom Thallid. I really do like the Thallid. It was better in the old set because it had synergies. Things to ramp to. I think we're gonna go with the ramp before we go get things that we're ramping to. What's this? I can spend mana as though it were mana of any color. This is cost 7, and it gives me 5 mana. I can pay 5, draw a card for each color amongst permanent I control. I mean, this is good if you get to the late game, if you have the mana. I feel like it's good under specific circumstances, but there's a lot of those circumstances that have to happen before it's good. What else do we have? I like Unsubstantiate, but we're not really blue right now. What else could push us in a direction? Bar's Acolyte puts up to 2 +1/+1 counters on stuff, and it has lifelink. What else? The Death Sower, sure. Truffle Snout. I'm gonna take Barcy's Acolyte here, just because I think it's a better card. Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing. We're also seeing a lot of white. Ruined Halo enters the battlefield. I have protection from the chosen card name. Oh, if this was traditional, I would have insta-picked this card, because it's like, it can straight up win me games that I'm not supposed to win, I suppose. This thing does something with counters, so this Tempered Veteran. Tempered Veteran itself is very good if you do have things with counters on it. If you don't have things with counters on it, it becomes bad, though late game it becomes potentially good. I don't know. A 1/2 for 2 is not super exciting. The ability is really exciting if you have things to consistently put it on. Gale Swooper is pretty nice. Actually, pretty nice, come to think of it. But we can probably pick up some of those later. I think we may go for some sort of like... yeah, let's try to go in a more like a Celestia direction. Get some counters going if that's... Oh, Shipwreck Dowser, however, is a very good card. I know we're sort of like dipping into a lot of colors right now. It's not because that's what we want to be doing, but yeah, Shipwreck Dowser is just straight up amazing. At least it has been to me. What is this? Yeah, that's the goblin that lets you play with goblins revealed. You can play goblins from the top of your library. Play with the top card revealed. I don't think that's gonna work in our favor at all, especially since we're not at all red. Read the Tides. I always am a great advocate for. I love that it has like a strong mode in the late game, no matter what situation you're in. If you're like if you have the ability to win straight out, you can just bounce and use that. If you're playing a more of a grindy game, you just draw the 3 cards and it's still gonna be great. And there's nothing really super interesting besides that, so I think we're just gonna pick that card. Just taking a quick look at the other color cards, because we do we're now predominantly white and blue, and Azorius do have some good like flying stuff going on. Enchant creature. Whenever this creature gains life, put that many +1/+1 counters on it. I mean, we did want to try to do something with counters. I don't know that this is the thing we want to be trying, Light of Promise, because it forces us to put it on like a creature with lifelink or something that we can somehow heal. I do think Daybreak Charge is a better card. Let's do that. Tome Enemy is interesting if you can consistently like draw another card. It effectively becomes unblockable. Valorous Steed puts 5 power on the board with Vigilance on 2 bodies for 5 mana, which is actually pretty good. It's probably better than it looks. If you remember from the I forget what set it was, but there was a card that cost 4 mana that put 2 2/2 white Knight tokens with Vigilance on the board. That's probably better, but I'm gonna go with the Opt here. Opt is just not ever straight up bad. The dog that destroys artifacts and enchantments is mostly always gonna find a target in this format. Just keep this in here for now. Not that I think we're gonna be using it, but the Sanctum, the White Shrine, I don't really like. Again, the Shrine cards, they're all similar in the way that you have to have many of them before they become good, like straight up good. Some of them are good on their own, but they all become better the more different shrines you have. It's not, yeah, the white one is just not good on its own. You would have to have like 2 at least 3 shrines working for that to become a real thing. Yeah, let's just take the battlements here. I don't think that's gonna super matter. Dub or opt again. Probably wanna, yeah, I probably wanna opt if that's the case. Don't think that's gonna matter. Don't think Lofty Denial is particularly good. Lofty Denial counters a spell unless its control pays 1. If we control a creature with flying, it becomes a better spell, but still not great. Now, the Liliana Planeswalker. Everybody knows that Planeswalkers are obviously great in Magic, but and this one is good. Don't get me wrong, but it's not worth like shifting into an entirely different color for, I think. See if we have other options that are good though. Daybreak Charger is not super exciting. But it may be the option. And if Daybreak Charge is not super exciting, then we might actually just take the Liliana Planeswalker. See what happens. See if like we can get pushed in any other direction. Yeah, let's do that. Maybe it just makes sense. And instantly we get rewarded. Massacre Worm. I have not seen this card before, but like 1 second to look at it immediately tells me that this card is amazing. When it enters the battlefield, it gives other creatures my opponent controls -2/-2 until the end of turn. It's like a board wipe. It's a pseudo board wipe. And whenever a creature he controls dies, that player loses 2 life. This card is insane. This card is absolutely amazing. We are now playing black. I mean, sometimes the game tells you what to play. Right now, the game is telling us to play mega black. This is also an amazing card. Straight up stops some decks from happening against you. Let's see if we can do something better than that, though. I doubt it. Yeah. I think we just want to go with Karavik. Mind you, this also like affects creatures that I control. So some creatures I'll straight up not really be able to play. But I think it's gonna like it. I can always decide when to play this, so it most always turns out in my favor. Do like Gorman though. This becomes very situational and it makes me unable to like reliably play Daybreak Charger. Do like Falcon Adept too. Let's go with Karavik. That's good for now. And now we get into the mode where we have to start picking removal spells when they're presented to us because we don't really have any. There's another Basri's Acolyte though. Let's just make sure we read this right. When it enters the battlefield, we put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 other target creatures, so it cannot target itself. That does make it slightly worse. Kai'Sail Freebooter obviously is a great card, but I think we have to take the removal spell here. And we're now very heavy black, so we're gonna be able to cast that anyway. Okay, we have to decide on our second color though. I think it's gonna be white. Why though? Our white cards are not amazing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 cards versus 4 cards. Like our blue cards are better, but we have more work to do. Yeah, let's go with white. It also seems a little bit more open to me. You can splash for the Read the Tides if that's a thing, a card we actually want to splash for. Probably don't want to splash too hard with 3 black cards. Let's just, for now, imagine that we're not splashing. Death Touch. Like, Carrion Grub is a magic card, and I don't particularly like it. There's nothing else interesting here. The vampire is not particularly good. Oh yeah, I suppose we could splash for some removal there. We'll take it, because there's nothing else we want anyway. Gale Swooper I do want. I also want the Masked Blackguard. I also want Skyscanner. This allows me to do attack through stuff. Do need to consider my curve by now. Skyscanner is always great. 3/2 flying for 4 is not good in itself, but I could get one of my Bards' Acolytes through. Skyscanners get pumped by Basri's Acolytes though, that makes it significantly better. Swift Response is removal, sort of. Let's do that. That seems pretty easy. Battlements. I prefer to get battlements when I can when I know that I'm gonna be attacking maybe like in the air or something like that. You may just have to take it here. I don't really care about Mind Rod much in this format, I think. Nice, now we can get the Gale Swooper. I would like a short sword also, but I'm gonna go ahead and bet on the fact that we can get one of those later. Alchemist Gift is a fine trick. Let's just pick that up. The 1/3 for 1. That's not terrible. Zombie, slightly worse. I mean, slightly fine, but each opponent loses 2 life. Activate only if a creature died this turn. I mean, it does something. I would rather take the land in this case. Probably not gonna play even the 1 copy of Defiant Strike. What is this? Sanctum of All. At the beginning of your upkeep, it costs Wooburg, so it's impossible to cast. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may search your library and or graveyard for a shrine card and put it into the field. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. If an ability of another shrine you control triggers while you control 6 or more shrines, that ability triggers an additional. Seems like a constructed card. I don't know if you would ever want to play that, but look at this. This is the card we're looking for. Indulgent Patrician. Now, if we can get some counters on this, it'll like carry the game very, very quickly to victory. It has flying, evasion, and lifelink, so it's impossible to raise against, and it has 4 toughness. 4 toughness is important in this format because of for many reasons, but especially because a lot of the red removal is exactly 3 damage. We have options. I like options. So the Steward is good if you want to trigger all the if a creature died this turn. We don't have any of those right now. The Anointed Chorister I like a lot, generally speaking. Not a second pick though. We could take the Judgment, have some removal. That's probably also the right choice. Yeah, seems good to me. Cannot take the Feline Sovereign. Wouldn't even do much in our deck. We don't have any cats. There's a Short Sword. There's also a Witch's Cauldron. Again, Witch's Cauldron is better in those decks where I get to do things that trigger when other stuff dies. I do like Deathbloom Thalit. I also had the choice to take the Short Sword here. Don't want a third Battlement. Battlements quickly become worse. They're best in sort of Boros aggro type of deals. I'm gonna take the Deathbloom Thalit here just because it's a straight up good card. And we do like those. Never gonna play that. Furious Rise has no meaning to us. Not worth splashing for. Makeshift Battalion we might play. Comes worse with Battlements, obviously. But we may not want to play the Battlements, is the whole thing. And Makeshift Battalion is a significantly better 3-drop, and 3-drops become more important because we have the Basri's Acolytes. I do like the dog too, though. Let's take the dog. Yeah, let's take the dog in this one. We need better 2-drops. Speaking of better 2-drops, here's a very good one. Seasoned Hallowblade. It becomes indestructible if I discard a card. It also taps itself. Yeah, very good card. Another Gale Swooper, but Gale Swoopers are very nice, I'm not gonna lie. But Seasoned Hallowblade is a potentially like legendary card. It also is one of those cards that can like sort of dig you into a hole if you like don't think about how you use the discard thing. Yeah, let's just take that. Skeleton Archer I really like. Let's just take that. And let's take a Village Rites, just because we will eventually be having to sack some creatures. These is where the battlements become not very good. Pack Leader. Pack Leader is very good. It's good on its own. It's a great 2-drop, but it becomes much better with dogs. We have one dog. This Cat Cleric, of course. 2 dogs. You do have 2 dogs. And it's just a very good 2-drop. I'm happy to pick that up. Not that I think we're gonna be using any of these, but we don't need more 2-drops now. So let's pick up the zombie. So this is interesting because it can activate the Indulgent Patrician. Yeah, you know what? Let's go with it. Just because the downside is what it is, and we do have lifelink stuff, and the upside is just potentially amazing. Let's grab this short sword here. The lifelinger also becomes better because we have the trigger on the Patrician. But, I mean, not amazing. I don't think we should expect to get much out of it. Something. Not much, but something. Alright, let's take a look at our pile. This is best of 1, so I don't have to think about sideboarding. All we have to think about is what we really want to be doing here. Defiant Strike is probably never going to matter. Alchemist Gift is significantly better in that regard, though it doesn't draw a card. Do you like the 1/3 Shieldmate? Like that seems better to me than people probably would think. Of our 3s, we have a lot of 4s. Let's just go with Carrick, see what we have that has 1 toughness. That's just bad. Sky Scanner has 1 toughness, but it's not bad. Hallowblade dies to it. The Charger dies to it. I don't think that we cut that one particularly. We can also put some of the things out of death range with short sword. The spawn from Thalit also dies. I think it's gonna be better in our favor, and we can choose to build a little bit around it. So let's just oh, twos are so good though. The thing is, this can end up just becoming a dead card in our hand if we have like our good 2-drops down. But it can also like potentially be like an additional to the board wiping of the opponent, and it saves us from dying to like any sort of aggro. Not that we're likely to die to aggro here. Like on paper this is going to even out, but it's interesting because it can trigger the Patrician. Light Fang, Death Touch. We don't have anything else with Death Touch. We're not gonna cut that though ever. Let's get rid of something. This would get stuff Death Touch. See, it's much easier to cut the 1 toughness 2 drops, because then we get down to the card size we probably want to be at anyway. Just think it's wrong when we have 2 Barzis Acolytes. What's probably right is to cut the Blood Glutton. Yeah, I like that it can also trigger the Patrician, but I still think it's worse. We could just simply not play Karavik, but I think it's like gonna be situationally extremely good. We do have some draining. I really like the general look of this deck. Cage Zombie maybe not doing so much here. It does do some of the same things. Like it has it can drain the opponent, well, not drain, but like burn the opponent, which makes combat better, like easier for us anyway. Judgment seems good. 4 drops seem good. The 2 drops are good. I think maybe we want to cut the gift. The gift we want to cut. Lifelink though. I think gift is a very good trick in this particular deck. How many targets do we actually have with this? We have the Barzis thing, so it becomes better. I think this is gonna end up being good in our deck. Swindler, it's fine. It's like, I don't think, Swindler's just a 2/2 with potential upside, but like, it's extremely random. Can also just end us the game, end the game for us. So Tavern, we're not gonna be playing that card. The thing is, at its best, it doesn't win us the game, and at its worst, it directly loses us the game. Yeah, even though on average it shouldn't change our life, it will in this. It will straight up lose us some games, especially in best of ones. It's too high variance. Magic is already high variance enough, I feel like. Can't cut the Watchdog because we have a pack leader. Could cut the Staunch Shieldmate, but I think I like it a lot. It's another target for Barzis Acolyte, basically. Comes a really good blocker very quickly, especially if we play stuff like Planeswalkers. We want to be able to block early. Don't want to cut the sword either, though. Just see how many targets we have for our sword. We have 17 creatures. This looks like a very good. It looks pretty good. To hell with it. Let's just cut the 1/3. Let's give this a try. As always, you're always free to write the suggestions, or like, well, maybe not suggestions, but like if you have any like how you would have done a certain play, or like insight that I don't seem to have, or stuff like that, you're more than welcome to participate, have discussions with your fellow viewers. Get our lands on. He's stumbling. I think we want to keep ahead on the land count at least. So we're just gonna sacrifice that. I don't think we want to fall behind with that here. Yeah, I can play 2 spells. Seems good. Start by playing this. See if he counters it. He does not. And there's a Hooded Blightfang. This looks very good already. Good enough. Alright. Working as intended. Let's see what else they got. It's a lot of white. But we are on the draw. And Patrician is one of our better cards. Sorry. We're just gonna keep this. Oh, hello to you. Blue Buddha. Blue indeed. There's a swamp. 2 other target creatures. Counterspell? Don't do it. Okay, he did not instantly kill it. Does leave room for us to sacrifice it. If you want to. He did not. Definitely has removal on hand. Plays distinctively so. Let's just turn this into some cards. Hello, Lily. All right. See if we get to put out some creatures here. Fully expect to be counterspelled or removed by this guy. So we want to try to empty our hand before we play this, like optimally speaking. One, two, three, four. Don't really have many choices here. Probably gonna play the Gale Super anyway. So I might just play it pre-combat. See if I can... Oh, and you untap 4 lands. That's the good counterspell. At least I think it's good. Don't really know. Seems pretty good. It's like, if you have the lands, it's quote-unquote a free counterspell. It allows you to also play something at the end step, like this guy maybe, like probably is gonna do. Okay, he didn't, so that's just a waste of mana. But realistically speaking, if he has like a bunch of like, oh no, my short sword. Well, damn you. Guess it's time to is it time now? No. I want to wait one more turn, see if I can actually empty the hand so we don't lose any cards here. Seems like the right choice. See, at 4 mana, it's a 2/3. If we only target one creature with a +1/+1 counter, because it has lifelink, it's still probably okay. Like, it's actively good if we do have 2 targets for it. But if you only have 1 target, I still think it's pretty good. It might just be a-okay. Really prefer him to play something big here. Don't counterspell me. Don't do it. Spooky sound effects. So you did have a counterspell, actually. Let's just put some pressure on. Keep Barzy's back for blocking. Oh. Sort of hoping for oh. Well, of course. It's fine though. Pretty okay. Experimental Overload. It is a good one. What are you bringing back? Rewind. The destruction spell. Sure. Oh, because it destroys my planeswalker. Yep. Seems pretty good. Well, if you're gonna destroy my planeswalker anyway, I'm probably just gonna go offensive. Let's kill this one. Get some life. I feel like he sort of has to play that removal spell on Liliana. Forces his turn this round. I like that. I mean, I would like to keep her, but since I know that I can't keep her, feeling pretty good about him using all his mana to do that. Yep. Hello. This is another awesome creature. Let's just attack with these. It's not that we are happy to trade Daybreak Charger for it, but the thing is, I don't think he will, because he can use it to block more damage over more time. Megalodon. Well, fortunate that we can kill it. Unfortunately, it's gonna take some time. Spined Megalodon. Hexproof creatures. Hexproof is a little bit the epitome of non-interaction magic, unfortunately. Closest, I think, to a Hearthstone mechanic. And by that I mean people play spells mostly on their own turn then. Well, hello there. Oh, I'm gonna have to play this lane because I don't know if I have to pay extra mana or something. But this is gonna be amazing. Alright. He loses life. I can... It says whenever a creature an opponent controls dies. So if he blocks smartly here, he blocks this, probably. The two big ones. Doesn't matter. It's all bad for him. Can maybe survive at 1. Yeah, he can survive at 1 if he... No, he can't, because if he blocks with this, it's gonna die. He can't survive. If that one dies, we win. Because of the trigger from the worm. If that dies, he takes 2 damage from the worm. Pretty good. Massacre worm. That's a magic card right there. Did I have fun in this match? Oh yeah. I got to do cool things. Terrion. This Orzhov deck seems pretty good. At least it's very fun. Hey Frick. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate that follow, man. Frick is one of my Counter-Strike buddies. We're playing Core Set 2019 Limited. We're doing drafts today. It's gonna be a little bit of a shorter stream today. I do have something else to do, unfortunately. That, however, I will also be streaming, but it will not be Magic. But now that we are here, let's focus on the match. Tempered Veteran. Again, it's not a very good card unless I do end up having targets with counters on them. It's actively just bad if I don't. Whenever he gains life, target opponent loses that much life. Creatures he controls gain life until turn. So potentially this becomes scary, but it is not right now. So I guess we're fine. He gains life. That's interesting, because you could probably use this creature, this card with like green, and use those life gain, like straight up life gain cards, and drain out your opponent super quickly. I think that's gonna maybe a... that feels very... Let's just think about what we do here. Are we gonna just start taking his cards from him? Probably. Let's do it. See what he actually did? He did use Revitalize. So he like uses things that actively gain him life. Maybe he's just gonna burn me out with this one card. I don't think we're gonna like allow him to do that. We'll block that and kill it for sure. This does pose a problem with he got the Mud and the Alpine Watchdog back. Okay. Feel like we're just gonna keep going at him. One more and we can make a emblem that just gives us free creatures, basically. For now, let's just keep on attacking his hand. And we keep getting real cards. It's absolutely wonderful. Yeah, let's just stay back. As long as this Planeswalker is ticking, we're doing fine. He may have some sort of like a removal spell. Not right now, he doesn't though. I do want a +1. I do want to keep +1ing here. It's a super greedy. But we're gonna +1 and then we're gonna use the emblem next turn. It's extremely greedy, but gotta do it. Fight to Kervik. Keep hitting real spells. This is a good one to hit too. And at this point, no, we just want to stay back one more turn. Because at the beginning of combat we get creatures back. He has to attack now, yeah. Now we lose life every time he gains this life, so he's obviously gonna pump this. Sure, let's do that and that. Since we're getting it back anyway, I suppose we are fine giving this indestructible that way. Actually, it's probably very fine. We lose 4 life. That's okay. And things start to spin out of control right now. What do we want back? Oh, we can take his creatures too, huh? Let's just take the Blood then. Awesome. It says from the beginning of your combat on your turn, target from a graveyard onto the battlefield. Oh, this is very, very good. Back at you. Is that free Hearthstone? This is Magic the Gathering arena, and it is absolutely free. You can destroy that. Sure, I'll get it back next turn. This emblem is very, very strong. Let's burn your hand a bit. Keep hitting creatures. It's amazing. Let's get back. It's the Lifelinker again. 1, 2, 3. Can't actually discard anything with Seasoned Hellblade, but at this point we're fine to trade it. Because again, we keep getting creatures back, and he, well, he doesn't. This is pretty good. This becomes a 4/4, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Wow. I did not mean that pun. Well, I should probably play that land. That's my bad. Yeah, I should 100% play that land. That was a mistake. Punt. Let's get this dog, and since it becomes a 4/5. We have 2 attackers. Actually, we have, but he will. Yeah, he has to block one of these, I think. Block and pump. He gets 4 life, so we take 4 damage, but we gain 4 life for the Lifelink attack, so it ends up being very fine. I don't think there's any way he can win this. Yeah. He agrees. This deck plays super sweet. I like it. Or stuff, good stuff. A lot of white. That's fine. You can play it. Let's get the high power creature in first. Looks to be a good decision. Just play what we can here. Sure. That's a card we need. As much as I would like to play the Patrician here, I also just want to clear the field. So if we can do this and turn this indestructible by discarding that. And give that +1/+1 and lifelink. Because he cannot sacrifice now, so he doesn't have enough mana to sacrifice now. Like any later turn, it just turns into a card for him. And he has more. Okay, that's fine. Guess since we have this one, we don't really want to be... We gain 1 life from this and 1 life from that. He can counterspell something probably though. Let's just attack with these, see what happens. Okay, so far so good. Night Skimmer. Okay. This is gonna be probably a nice attack for us. We want him to block that watchdog actually, but with the other creature. That's also fine. Take out the Portcullis Vine. And back to you, opponent. The blue does have access to some very, very powerful spells late game that could turn this around, but right now I think it's fair to say that it looks to be very much in our favor. Okay. Fine with me. Back to you. I think Hooded Blightwing is much better than it looks. And it looks really good. 1/4 means it blocks everything perfectly. Death Touch means it's amazing. And because it triggers of itself, means it will always hit for 2. Unless people block it, and if people block it, well, whatever they block it with dies. So let's keep attacking. Let's just put that down for the worm. And that's it. Oh, I see what happened. We played the land that gave us the last of the 3 lives we needed to activate the vampire. I didn't even catch that. That's very nice. Alpine Dog, Pack Leader. Let's go. This is all about dogs in one hand. When this guy also attacks, all combat damage that would be dealt to dogs is negated to dogs I control. So I'm gonna wait a turn with attacking. Unless he removes the pack leader. In which case I'll probably be playing these 2 cards. Okay. You know, I still will be playing those 2 cards. Now he could block whatever he wants. It's not gonna go well for him. Hallowblade. He wanted a creature to die to pump this one. But he also don't just want to turn his creatures into 1/1 counters. That's not very productive long term. Well, get some life. Have it. It's yours. Is this going to be a removal spell? Final death? Final finishment blow, sure. Now it gets his counter on the Sabertooth Mauler. And that becomes a very good blocker. Unfortunately. That puts us in a bit of a stalemate. We're gonna play this black land. Just because we want to draw a worm. And now we have to sit back and wait, unfortunately. Liliana would be good here. Basri is bad for us. Gets to make a much better blocker. Yeah. And a much better attacker. Let's say we're to the Mullah has to die, so we're gonna block it like this. He can potentially kill one of my creatures. Kill in the... He might have some removal spell. But he'll not be able to kill all of them. Skeleton Archer might not be too bad here. What you got for us? Aggressive Darkness. It's fine. Aggressive Darkness actually kills this, even through Indestructible. It's not a destroy effect, and it's not damage. I guess we'll sit back a little bit. I don't know that we want to play this right now, because it doesn't progress our board. I mean, it progresses the board in terms of us having more creatures, but it doesn't change anything right now. And that is the thing we can kill with it. That's exactly why we didn't play it. Awesome. Malefic Scythe. No blocks. Could have Shrift responded, killed the shield mate here. I probably should have, come to think of it, because we have no other real way to kill it. And I don't want to trade. Do I want to trade that for that? maybe. Probably not. Nope. That's gonna be a no. No need to bluff. No need to bluff if you 100% don't want to make that trade. Yeah, I'll take a 1/1 white soldier token. Thank you. Sometimes life is good. And that is today. Nice opponent says. He knows what's up. Just gonna attack with everything since him blocking one of the 1/1s doesn't change anything for us. Massacre Worm. What an amazing card. Oh, I suppose you can actually see it on the screen. I'll just hold it like this. If you want to read it. You get some creatures back. None that really matter right now. He has to play Llanowar now. Gets to draw a card. It's fine. It's very good. What happens if we attack with everything? That means he has to block the worm. He has to block the worm. He loses something, which means he takes the 2 damage. He takes 2, 3, 4. I don't really want to lose that, do I? But do I want to change it for that? Probably not. Do I? Yeah, I probably do. See that. Our board is pretty good right now. Varsis changes it because he has lifelink. But he needs to find a permanent answer to Massacre Worm or he's not gonna win this at all. Wow! This is great. Look at this. Puts a counter on the Stone Shield Mate with Varsi. That puts it in a power 4 or greater range. He can't attack because he needs to block my worm next round. Two damage. And that's it. You know, when we opened that Liliana, we had the choice to take her or something else that didn't really matter in our deck. And I remember, like, we didn't really have any. I think we have one black card besides Liliana at that point. That was the 1/4 Death Touch, and it was in pack 2 or something. You're dabbling in some colors. When she came, and there was nothing else really to take, I was like, okay, we can dabble with the black. And then immediately after we picked Liliana, that worm was handed to us. And it became pretty apparent pretty quickly that black was the way to go. And so it seemed to be. Speaking of Liliana, just need some early drops. Hello to you, Turgent. This is gonna be aggressive, probably. Izzet can make some very aggressive prowess type of deals happen. This is a potentially unblockable creature. We still can't play anything though. Whenever Ghostly Pilferer becomes untapped, you may pay 2. If you do, draw a card. Wow. Well. That's terrible. I guess we have to play Gale Super here. Nothing really happens. Doesn't matter, I'll target itself. What's interesting, if you play Gale Super in Celestia, there is that 1 mana 1 mana instant that says target opponent sacrifices a creature with flying. You can use the effect from the Gale Sweeper on that creature to achieve the desired effect. We're gonna have to get rid of this before it becomes impossible to deal with. This one also, however, is a thing that we have to get rid of. One thing at a time. We would like to get some sort of... and he could just choose to make this unblockable. He probably has stuff to target Liliana, regardless of what we do. Can kill it with Liliana. Or we can just play this beautiful bad boy. Wow! Easy game. That effectively kills the Ghostly Pilferer. Incredible. Look at that godly card. That was amazing. Do we want to pick this up, or do we want to sacrifice it and get... Probably want to pick this up. Yeah. It's too good right now. It even puts the ghostly, the roaming ghostlight in range of our Skelly boys. The problem is we can't play Daybreak Charger very effectively. Should have probably thought about that, but we instantly smashed it. We'll then take 4 damage. Yeah, I mean, no, it can't be right to sacrifice this. It seriously just can't. Liliana right now is a removal spell. That's all she is. We have to get rid of the roaming ghostlight. Well, that's another problem right there. Wager Waves. You can pay 2 mana and just draw a card. This only deals 2 damage right now. Or what to do? What to do? I probably play this now. Target itself. Give it a counter. Then I'll use Farsi. It's interesting. Like he gives all my creatures -1/-1. I give all of the creatures further -1. Oh no! And he attacks in the air. Whee! It's a good game. Can't win against that. That was a good card to have. Wager of Waves. Good blue card. Good blue card. Doing pretty good on time. That looks fine. That hooded Blightfang out there doing damage. Damage. Romani. We would have liked the Fetid Imp now deck. We really would. Whenever he gains 3 more life this turn, he just gets that back. There's some crazy like life gain cards. Well, like some cards here that have some very powerful effects. Not gonna block a thing that comes back for free potentially. Carrion Grub. That's one creature. You already had what? He gets plus. Wait. In his graveyard. Plus X. Where X is the amount of creature cards in his graveyard. There's only one. How does he get another +2? Something I'm not seeing here? Anyway. That's very strange though. His graveyard 3. How is that a 3? I don't get it. I don't get how that works. It's a 0/5. There's only one creature in the graveyard. Maybe it counts these because there's a picture of a creature on them. That would be crazy stupid. Really want to report this bug. No, that's a shame. I don't see where your life gain is. But I'm not in a hurry to find out. Oh, he had a worm. Guess that's it. So annoying to have that bug though. We'll do it later. Okay, we're meeting the mythics now. Yeah, we'll go with that hand, sure. Just gonna draw a planes turn 2 like a boss. Nope. Didn't do that. Still didn't do it. Now we just need any land. Still preferably plains. Don't do it. Don't remove my snake. Sitting and thinking what kind of white pump spells exist. Fortunately, I don't really know. You may have to pass here. Finally. One thing that he could have is the destroy tap target creature. I'm gonna keep this Blightfang back because he might not have a chance to kill it. Besides that, if I ever tap it down, if I never tap it down, why is he mono white? Okay, this is how the Tempered Veteran is supposed to work on us. We have all the same cards. It's exactly the same result we're trying to achieve. We would have to tap to do that though. Could have attacked. Don't want to trade a 3/3 for 2/3. Though if he had offered the Watchdog, that would probably have been better. You want him to put counters on this one. What is this? He puts a counter on a thing and it becomes indestructible until end turn. That's very good. Whenever one or more non-token creature attack this turn, create that many 1/1 white soul tokens that are tapped and attacking. Create an emblem at the beginning of your combat in your turn. Create 1/1 wild soul tokens, then put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Wow, that's a good card. That's a great magic card right there. Incredible. The synergy is complete. This is strictly better than what we're doing. And he has vigilance, so you can just freely attack. Of course you can. Wow. That is some serious stuff right there. I'm gonna have to be in judgment. And then I'm gonna have to attack with this creature here. In fact, I'm probably gonna have to attack with all of them. Make sure this thing dies. If I attack with this alone, he either has to block. Well, he can just choose to block one, but if he wants to kill it, he has to block with both of them. And I can just do that. I probably have to. I can't really let that live. That's too powerful. And the reason he does that is that he has the destroy target tapped creature spell on him. Oh no, I forgot he could do that. Oh, bad Razha. And now that guy lives. That's exactly what we didn't want to have happened. No. And my only chance of killing that tempered veteran goes away when he kills my Blightfang now. Sky Scanner and then destroy target tapped creature. I can just feel it. Here it comes. Here we go. Don't pretend you don't have it. Come on. We know you have it. Okay. I guess not. Yeah, put +1/+1 counter on the flying creature. Incredible. We don't really have many options here. Because this guy is going to put us out of business really quickly. That's fine, that's fine, that's not fine. It gets lifelink. Do we give it indestructible? Of course we do. He really cares about this Planeswalker. Understandably so, it's amazing. But we have to do it whatever we can to kill it. So here we are. Super aggressive. Mono white though. I understand the reasoning, but you know. Right now it feels like we're on the good side of this. I'm really glad we drew a land there. It means we can attack like this. It'll be fine. He blocks the Seasoned Hollowblade. We still kill it because Blightfang has that ability. Actually, it was probably a mistake attacking there. We should have hit the opponent in the face with this one. A minor mistake, but a mistake nonetheless. Let's get rid of that Lifelinger. Obviously we keep the land to make sure we can always give our Seasoned Hollowblade indestructible. Tempered Veteran. Doesn't make a difference to the board right now. Next turn he might though. I don't know if there is any like white sweeper. You know, since I don't know, I'm just not gonna play it. Would probably be pretty easy to look that up. And very, very valuable to me to know. So if I could, then I could have played this next I could have played that. Uh-oh, what is he doing? Okay, that's a good card to draw. Just keep attacking you. Get indestructible. I like Seasoned Hellblade a lot. A lot. Now he exiles that and makes a 4/4 white angel creature with flying. Of course he does. What am I gonna do? Probably this. Actually. We're so far ahead right now. Actually, that's a good answer. Do it. Nope. I think the opponent is right. This game is over. He has very few outs here. Unless there is a white sweeper I don't know about. Oh, that's it. I mean, I understand why he was mono white. Those cards were absolutely ridiculous. And I'm glad we had the ability to kill that Planeswalker when we did, or we would have been in big trouble. Alright, last game of this draft. Looks good to me. Benzo. Guess that's one reason to play Black Land first. That's my bet. Problem is this triggers whenever it attacks, not whenever it deals damage. Can't really prevent that. Drawing cards. I should probably just insta-kill that, because that's gonna become stupid very quickly. Or I could just do it with that one. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, we should have just killed it. Trying to get a board presence was a mistake. Not where we were at. Or maybe not. What is he doing with his mana? That does look like a counterspell to me. Well, not biting. Okay. Small prowess creatures are very dangerous. Of course it does. Very, very good. Now, once you place the second one, I'll be happy to play Karavik. Not before. Fortunately, Karavik is pretty much anti what he's doing there with the prowess tokens. And on the board, it looks like I'm trying to just block it with these 1 power high toughness creatures, which is also true. Yeah. Just block the one here, huh? I think it's prowess. That we saw come. But what else do you have? I would like to keep my patrician if I can. But I can't. Oh. That's mean. That might mean, however, that we could get to keep Kervik, which in this situation is infinitely more useful. That was just a 4 for 1. Pretty awesome. Glad we put you in, Kervik. The Spiteful. Not gonna say I'm happy to block here, but with him being red and us going to 3, that's not how that works. Fortunately, not if we want to be winning anyway. He just put down that card. That could mean that he has a counter spell. We have to play Liana now, though. Kill that. Back to you. Waker of Waves. Of course you do. That's pretty fortunate. I don't want to discard that at all. That was potentially quite good. Play the sword, then discard. Good beats. We have some really good cards in our deck, not gonna lie. Play whatever we have, make the opponent discard. Yeah, I guess that's fair. I think he just takes 3 damage instead. I'm not sure. I mean, sure, 3 consistent damage. Land. Thing is, as soon as he plays something that's worth killing, we can actually kill it. What do you target my Planeswalker for? I don't like that. Is that 6 mana blue spell that's rare and does like a bunch of things at the same time? No, what is that? You just discard things, do you? Planeswalkers are good. They're I mean, they're always amazing on empty boards, but this one is very good. Running out of Outseers. Should probably put the sword on the Acolyte. Not that it super matters. Good beats. 7-2. Not bad. Let's put that in our text here. 7-2. Good start. I'm just going to take a short break, and when I come back, we're going to just do another draft. See if we can make it through. Okay then. Found an ice cream and a little energy drink. Ready to keep going. Let's do another draft. See if we can get there. Well, we've seen this card be really good. Definitely deal some damage. On its own, it's not amazing though. This, however, is. A 2/2 for 2. Now another creature with flying enters the battlefield under my control, he gets +1/+1. I like this card a lot. A lot. I probably like it even more than this. Let's go and make some Azorius Flyers happen. Now, unfortunately, Riddle Form doesn't trigger that. Riddle Form is still a very good card. Significantly better in Izzet than Azorius, though, I think. Maybe not. Maybe the first copy is just straight up good. Maybe it is better than a removal spell. Let's take Riddle Form. Sky Scanner goes perfectly in this deck. I guess Celestial Enforcer. Oh, that's a different one. Hold on. This taps target creature only if you control a creature with flying. And swift response. Sky Scanner is good. What's this? Oh, it's the slow but steady draw that ends up getting you life after you've drawn 4 cards. You remember how I talked about the walls being better in like a deck where you attack with flyers and stuff like that? I do think that's true, but Maze Mind Stone. I have to take it, see how it feels. It was that black removal spell, I did see it. But oh. Oh. Wow. I mean, that's exciting. Not what we're trying to do, but quite exciting. I do feel inclined to take this Spellgorger Weird, even though we see no other red cards. Just because I feel like I can pick up this anytime. And if I want to go into red, I want Spellgorger Weird 100%. Colors that we want are getting a little cut, I guess. This is a good one. It's a good trick. Very good trick. Goes well with well, Riddle Form defensively, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't combo the way I wanted to combo, but I still think it's going to be pretty good if we can somehow get a life drain in our deck. Have to take the Gale Swooper here. We're straight up just doing this like the way that it should probably work on paper. Walls on the ground, flyers in the air. I'll take that for... Actually, I'll take the sword here. I'll take this now. Hmm. In this deck, I do like this guy. Actually. Though this one makes griffins. I must be able to pick up the Revitalize later on. And if I don't, then it's... I mean, then that's not what I was meant to get. Roaming Ghostlight and Skyscanner on this one, and Battery Solidarity. Sorry, I'm done eating that ice cream now. Skyscanner is so good. I'll need to take the Roaming Ghostlight here though. Probably could have kicked up Roaming later, come to think of it. Skyscanner's not that easy to come by. A lower scale Quaddle. It's a card that just spins out of control on its own. I think I want to splash for this. Yep. If we can. Walls on the ground, that includes a Wishcoin Crab, for sure. That seems like a pretty solid choice. Though, this is probably even better to splash in our deck than a lower scale Quaddle. Wow, so many good flyers here. I think we're gonna take the Patrician just for the chance that we can get Griffin Airy up and running better. Skyscanner, thank God you're not making me choose now. Don't want that. This will later revitalize. Let's do that. This is only on my end step, so it kind of anti-combos with Riddle form defensively anyway. We'll take a Rise to Tides for our top end. These cheap creatures I really probably want two short swords. I could take this Obsessive Stitcher though. Splash it along with the Patrician. Nothing like a million Skyscanners though, I guess. They do become better with the short swords. We're playing best of one, so I can't really take that. I'll take the Wishcoin Crab. Third short sword. I mean, maybe. Maybe? Radiant Fountain is 2 life. I have a bunch of other like 1 life gains. This again can activate the Griffin Airy. Can also just straight up not do that. I'm not gonna pick it. God, Skyscanners. So many of them. I'll do the Gale Swooper here. Probably gonna take the finishing blow. Splash that. Take kite sail. It's just so much flying. Finish blow seems like the right choice. Well, you get a chance again, I guess. I feel like we want to be taking Revitalize here. And there's one of our flyers, I guess. I mean, we are playing a pretty simple deck here. Soria's straight up flyers. The Devotee is good. Yeah. I think it's very good. I don't know that it's much. I don't know that it is super good in limited. Yeah, against that particular card, I suppose. It's very like that is in case, in fact, very good in that case. Oh yeah. I have not actually played against anyone that recurred anything yet. I think I might myself have done that. Fourth Sky Scanner or the land I need. I'm probably gonna wanna take the land to play the Patrician more. And I mean, if one finishing blow is good, I suppose 2 is very good. Just have to play a little bit more, a few more black lands. People don't want this removal spell, do they? Yeah. Yeah, the white-blue flyer is really good. If we can get up and running. I'm just not gonna base everything around it. I gotta need some. I'm gonna take some straight up good removal. We're at the point where we're cutting cards here, but is there anything else we wanna? We probably can't play that. Let's just take this. I do like the Sky Scanners, though. The Swindler here has the chance to activate like a bunch of my things here. Try the Airy. I mean, not a particular gambling man. Yeah, I'm going to use the Airy for sure. This one I can't really splash for. Well, I guess we're playing more black sources than you really want to. That's probably fine. Look at all these black cards. No wonder nobody took Finishing Blow. I don't think anyone's playing black. How's that even possible in this? Okay. No. Riddle form is still probably worth it here. Yeah, I also like. I mean, I do like the shrine. Absolutely. We're just splashing black here. That's another reason why I'm not so sure we can actually play the Swindler. Like black on turn, like having black on turn 5 seems really good. But we're sort of playing like a very aggressive Soria's Flyer type of thing. So stumbling too hard on mana is gonna actively hurt us. I feel like with our life gain, we're not gonna need this wall though. And again with the Swindler, that can straight up just lose us the game if we're bad. The Maze Mind Tome we're probably gonna want to keep. Or are we? Wishcoin Crabs are good. Tolarian Archmage bounces a Sky Scanner, draws me a card, draws me another card when it enters, triggers Watcher again. Griffin Airy, 1/2. This with the swords, I guess. I only have 2 real ways to Rin Windmere is non-BO with a lot of sorceries instants. Yeah, that's absolutely true. That is absolutely true. It's also one toughness creature, dies to stupid things like Skeleton Archer. A lot of the pings, like all the small devils. You're probably right, that's probably a bad inclusion here. I'm probably gonna have to keep the battlements because the sky scanners here. Keeping the Airy or not? Because if we don't keep the Airy, we can cut Revitalizes and put something else in, like the Wingmare. What to do? Riddle form is a little. It just happens in a different place than Griffinary. Except I can actually do that on my turn, I guess. Maybe I just cut a. Could cut the Read the Tides. Or I cut a Wishcoin Crab. What do you think, DIWW? What would you cut here? Absolutely, I could do that. Thing is, we're already playing 3 colors. That's my only real concern here. That's that we're already trying to play too many colors, and scrambling for neutral lands is kind of a reach. Yeah, this, however, is like I feel like 5 toughness is amazing in this format, and I think the crab stops all the things that we're actually trying to fly above here. Like we're absolutely trying to win in the air here. So I feel like the 2 big blockers on the ground is gonna help us a lot. Read the Tides might be too slow here. You might be right about the Radiant Fountain, and we could possibly do that because we have so many Sky Scanners. We have a lot of like neutral color cards. I do want to keep both the Short Sword because we have a lot of Sky Scanners, and being able to change the power on those is going to be pretty important, I think. We're going to go with your suggestion, cut a crab. I don't want to play this many black lands though. So say we take out 2 black, add that, and add a blue, then we're about even. Wish I could default to these Nyx lands. I didn't have to go in and manually do it every time. There must be an option for that somewhere. 6. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's try it. If I feel like we're gonna stumble too hard on mana, I probably might change this a little bit. But for now, it looks good. Thank you, man. This looks like a hand. Can make griffins from the beginning. I like it. Now, note to self, I want to play this with that, if any way possible. So, let's start by doing this. I think this can be defended by the fact that we have like a lot of cards that don't require a specific mana cost. If we didn't, that would be different. Hope to draw a different land. If we didn't draw a different land, I don't think we're gonna stay back on lands just because of that, though. Maybe not as rough as we'd like it to be, unfortunately. Still got that flyer, though. Start by playing Skyscan and see what we draw here. Okay. Depending on how afraid he is of the Griffin Airy, he might want to like destroy that right away. Yeah. Honestly, just getting the one Griffin out of it is gonna be pretty good for us. Okay. Ah, that's too bad then. I don't think I want to use my removal spell on Thrashing Brontodon. In fact, I'm pretty sure I don't. You can revitalize and drain him for 3 though. That seems pretty good. And we're having a good presence in the air. We're saving our removal for stuff in the air, because there's no way he can raise us like this. Oh, he could with Massacre Worm though. That's potentially super bad. Now we can give one of our things protection for black. Massacre Worm is straight up awesome. Wait, they get -1, -2, -2. So our best thing is to pump our Griffin here. We would be pumping the Griffin in that case. That's probably the best we can do. Just save the save the Griffin when he plays the worm, and then destroy the worm afterwards. We'll take 2 damage for losing our Sky Scanner, but I feel like that's pretty fair. Yeah, I feel like we're pretty far ahead at this point. I would agree with that. Don't know that the protection helps. Don't think it does. Yeah, it doesn't. It's pretty good, I guess. Though we only really have 1 blade. See, one swing. Guess we have to. I feel like we don't kill it in this step, actually. There's no way he can produce that much. I think we're just gonna put on more pressure. Unless he has a second one of these, in which case we should already be... Yeah, fine. Yeah, I'm just thinking that he's splashing for red. If the red he's splashing for is that double creature's power, he still wouldn't be able to lethal us here. Okay, he's digging for an answer to our flyers. That's a good sign for us. I really like the idea of Baron, like especially if we're against something a little bit more controlling, because we can like get rid of the like enchantments he puts on. We do and stuff like that. 4. It's not lethal exactly. I guess I can... Yeah, I probably should have saved the interaction, but I'm just gonna produce a blocker now. And make sure I have like several lethal threats. Finishing blow up might have been the right choice, since I still had to... Yeah, well, that sort of ends it, I guess. Unless, yes. Okay, shock. Exactly, shock is enough. So we're gonna be blocking with Baron. and not with Wishcon Crab. And then we're gonna finish him with Gale Swooper. Should work like that. Good beats. I mean, that was quite a good. Yeah, thanks, man. That was a quite a good start. But yeah, I mean, the feel of the deck is definitely there. If we can just draw our different manas every time, I feel like this is gonna work pretty well. This is why I love Skyscanner. Because Skyscanner just digs after the mana we need. Opponent goes first. This isn't like an optimal hand by any means, but we definitely keep it. I do like that, just because I know that we have Griffin Airy. Like, I know I'm gonna be reluctant to play the few gain 3 spells that we have before I see Griffin Airy. So I would prefer to start with that than my Revitalizes the hand, for example. Best decks is when you don't really have to choose, I guess. Don't counterspell me. Don't do it. Thank you. And that's a good one to draw early. I really love this Patrician. I think it's an amazing card. We played with the 3 mana black 1/4 with Death Touch. It's also very good. Oh, look at him doing things that we want to be doing. Nope. Would I rather put on more pressure with Gale Swooper or start attacking with Patrician sooner? Probably the Swooper, since it attacks through the Concordia Pegasus. And if anything deserves a removal spell, I don't want it to be the Patrician. I think the Patrician has more value. Patrician blocks very nicely too. Start by attacking with this. Put out Patrician and get out Tome online, I guess. I'll just use the Scry effect. First time at least. So we can get rid of any lands. Need no more lands. Shieldmate, I actually like that card. I think it could be quite good. 1/3 for 1. Okay. I think we're gonna be wanting to do that. Since I know that the +1/+1 immunity to stuff exists, I don't want to risk blocking the Valor Steed here. Definitely don't want that. I should probably have squared again my upstep. I hate that it just automatically goes that way. Let's just draw a card. Okay. Land. Skyscanner. Oh, he probably has like Unsubstantiate or something in his hand. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe we're just gonna win this one. I like, so here the added effect of getting 4 life once we have 4 page counters on the Maze Mind Tome is actually gonna be helpful. Except if it gets destroyed by the rambunctious mod. Yeah, you want to keep that back. Except we're gonna bounce it, I think. I think we're gonna bounce it because we can get it back and bounce again. 6 twice, thrice. It should be probably close to lethal. I could have bounced the Sky Scanner, but this just allows me an attack with 2 additional creatures. Like, it literally doubles my power in the sky doing this. And next turn I can return this to my hand and just bounce the same creature. Yeah, no, I know that I draw 2, but I lose out on 3 damage in the sky, and I do that for at least another turn. Yeah, I don't really care about this damage, I guess. Draw 2 is obviously great, but I think we are so far ahead right now that we probably should do that. I mean, if we didn't have lethal before, we definitely have lethal now. Or what? Let's just weigh the worst case scenario here. The worst case scenario is that we finish and blow this, and then there's no way he can hit us back for lethal, even if he like bounces one of my creatures or something. Oh shit, I can return his creatures with this. I thought I could only use this on my own creatures. Oh, well, yeah, that would have absolutely changed my play. No doubt. Do I feel dumb now? Yes, I do. Well, we don't have lethal. He does not have lethal at all. These don't untap during my next untap step. Attack once, then I have lethal next turn. I'm just gonna return my roaming ghostlight and block with Balerion in case he has any like super pump spell. Then I have roaming ghostlight to bounce anything if he produces a blocker in the air. We're just gonna block the potential highest power here. I don't believe there's any haste in white or blue this set at all. Okay. Get a Patrician back next turn. So we attack with the Sky Scanner. Bounce anything but not the mod, because he kills the sword. Probably like the Valorous Steed. And let's just get this for life's sake right now. Again, I'm doing things a little out of sequence. A little rusty, gotta get back into... Let's just stop an hour upkeep so we can scry with this. Yeah, I know it makes it 2-2. I'm just trying to make sure we can survive like a race over the next 1 turn. I'm not really... I mean, yes, if this goes another 3 turns, bouncing this is exactly wrong. I don't think it does. We're just trying to actually lethal him in the air. And since he gave us a nice blocker to block with, we can't just keep blocking. Yeah, let's resolve that. Yeah, I guess we'll absolutely take that with the riddle form. Cool. Very cool. Good beats. Thank you for watching. This is a very new stream that I'm hoping to make a lot more out of. Yeah, gonna try. Oh, this is all on mana. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to stream for a long time today. Could save this for the life gain of the thing, but I think that's gonna end up stumbling us more than we wanted to. But we do have all our mana unlocked in the other. You know, let's just keep it, see if we can use it for shenanigans. Let's get a little greedy with that, I'm fine with that. If you happen to like what I'm doing here and want to help me get on with this stream a little bit into the future, go ahead and press my follow button. I'm gonna need about 50 of those to get a subscription button. And that's where I feel like I can start to get people to show up more often, get a bigger viewer base, get some more people for you guys to interact with each other with and for me to talk with when I'm doing these plays. Sort of my my dream to try to get this stream to become the most that it can be. I always wanted to be a streamer, but from like having the dream of like wanting to do so, taking the steps that are required to be able to start it, and to being here actually doing it, starting slowly to build the viewer base. I mean, it's feels pretty good. Oh no. Well, it's a lot of pressure. I feel like we're playing riddle form here. We just take a 6 next turn? That can't be right. Maybe we don't have a choice though. Should probably have played Maze Mind's Tome for... it doesn't matter. Are we just drawing a card with this? Maybe we are. Not quite fond of the pressure we're under right now. A sword would greatly help in this situation. You got it. Yeah, we're not blocking that. He gets trampled once he does that. It's worth remembering. See how he wants to capitalize on this. discarding something. Guess not. I guess we should have played that main phase. You never know, though. Right, sword on one thing blocks it. Draw another card. Take 6. Would like to start killing some of these creatures. Let's do some defensive riddle forming, I guess. Don't need to do that. Make sure it's the black mana it taps here. And back to your opponent. Beginning of his combat. Yeah. Saving shock mana? Oh no. Wait, then that's not shock mana. That's something else. Oh, he's gonna sacrifice my warded battlement, isn't he? 5, 6, 7, 8. Still fine. It's annoying though. Added 2 black mana. Well, he can cast a lot of stuff with that. +1 from everything. That's 4, that's 8. Yeah, we're still fine. Maybe not that long though. Okay, so it does sacrifice it, so it doesn't gain the +3 life. +3 damage. I think that might have been a mistake. I mean, of course it's not a mistake, because he can just get it next turn. He can just cast this spell by discarding a card and paying its cost. That's insane. I guess +3/+3. That, oh, we should have scryed. Made a mistake. At this point we have to just pass and destroy that in the combat step. You can have a bunch of things that kills me here though. Straight up kills me. Now we're gonna need a little bit more. That's not... I don't know what it is we need, but this is not it. Stop. Ah. Would I like to scrap that away actually? If we draw one card, we have 5 mana. And it has to be a 2 mana creature, but he'll give flying to anything. Should probably not have tapped the blue. Okay, that's it. GG. That was a little sloppy. No, I made a bunch of mistakes there. I shouldn't have made. Why did we really have to deal with that enchantment? Like now I see exactly what you're meaning with the thing that exiles and like stuff from the graveyard. That's a very good point. I feel like if we play the Sanctum, is there more things that we can do with the Sanctum? Then we only have one sword on the Patrician. Maybe Sanctum is very good for us. We never draw and read the tides, we don't care. Let's just try this. Keep the mana base. Hot ice. Let's hope not. A handful of magic cards. What's not to like? Yeah, let's dig for some action. I do get that they have more value, but we can't wait potentially 29 cards before we get our Griffinary. Would be a little bit easier if we just straight up had the life-linking creatures. Yeah, I was thinking that, but I also was thinking that I wanted to snipe that thing before it becomes a problem. And now it's a problem. Not for that reason though. Oh, I should probably attack with that, actually. Come to think of it. That might have been a mistake. And I probably also should have killed that thing when he had no mana to cast his 1/1 hexproof spells. Sure, I'll take that. Yeah. Mistakes were made. Damn it. That's straight up bad. Yeah, I appreciate that. It's that was not what was supposed to happen though. Get a point of damage in. Trouble Snout is gonna be hard to deal with without straight up removal. So we have to find that. Speaking of, it's a shame that we have to like use it on an original 3/3 creature, but necessity is what it is. Such a good card. Such a good card. It always has a target, man. I'm gonna. Guess we're gonna kill this now, not make the same mistake twice. And keep up feed resistance problem. Actually, you know what? Let's just you can take 3 from the mud. Start scrying to better cards because we don't want to be drawing lands now. Not at all. Did he just make a flooded or something? Guess we want that. Ah! Yeah, good call. I forgot it again. But then again, I wanted this on top, so it's not actually a bad thing. But you're right, I should actually very much get used to doing that. Gonna hit with the flyers this turn. The creature did not die this turn, fortunately. It's a good combo though. Don't think he is lethal. Though actually it is a problem that he can choose to put, he has enough mana to put 2 counters. Because this adds an additional counter onto something. That's actually bad, I miscalculated that. You can hope that he plays the Truffle Snout. Or we can hope that that happens. And we have to say protection from green, so he can't target us with the spell. Right? That's how it works. If we get protection from white, yeah, because then we could. Yeah. You're right. Oh, that's bad. Should have picked white. It's green protects against the spell, but white would have protected us against the fight mechanic. Can't be block target, they'll damage to it, yeah. Oops, indeed. That was an actual oops. Don't know why it doesn't attack with everything here, though. That's an oops. Yeah, that's a punt. Absolutely. Put a stop the turn. Scry again. We did. We scryed away 2 lands. I want you to be useful, but you're not useful right now. Oh, that's so bad. If I had just done protection from white, this would have looked very different. Where's that, Mer? You can put a counter on it and make it a 5/5. Can't really chump block here. Oh, it's straight up an online permanent. Oh well, I guess we get a Griffin. That's something. Oh, I see what you're saying, friend. I'm not doing that. I'm doing Bikram these days, so I can't actually. My body straight up can't do alcohol. If I do alcohol and Bikram, I just straight up die, I think. Okay. He can now tap stuff, but he can't because he controls nothing with flying. What else can he do? He can put counters and stuff, like a lot of counters and stuff. So we can't really attack anymore. That way we really have been able to. Though if we were to attack, we can attack for 4 in the sky. We'd have a 3-turn clock. He would attack for much more. I think we have to not attack here. Fortunately. He might just have lethal, yeah. Yeah, the point is exactly that. I'm not sure we can last 3 turns. But I'm not sure what happened. I mean, we get 1 extra life. This actually could have been important. Yeah, I should have done that. Chump block the important things. The problem is he can just choose to attack with everything. I should have made a 3/3. I'm an idiot. This obviously has to be blocked. But he can put 2 counters on this, so I have to triple block this. That's gonna make it very difficult. I guess we can't even, yeah, we can block exactly once. If he has nothing else to do. That doesn't change anything. Oh, it changes everything, of course. Ah, yeah. Celestial Enforcer. Alright. Unfortunately, this is all the magic I am able to do today. I'm gonna return tomorrow. I'll play for a significantly longer time, though. I'll be online way later. I'll be online at about 9 or 10 my time, and probably go on until like 2 or 3 if the mood is there. I'll save this deck and begin from there when I get there. But thanks for watching for now, and yeah, thanks. I hope you'll be back, Day. It was good company. You take care now. Goodbye, everybody.